This assignment is it's easy, okay? There's no way you can mess up this assignment. You did it on purpose, okay? Solve the equation. It says x plus 4 times x minus 2. Now you're like, what do I have to do? Multiply that? No, you want to leave it unmultiplied, okay? So leave unmultiplied. If I have to find what x equals, there's actually two different answers for x here, okay? This is what we call F1, factor 1. This is what we call F2, factor 2. Now I want to direct your attention to something here. It's really easy. So I got two factors, okay? One of them's 0. I don't care what I put there, what's anything times 0? It's 0, okay? Now, if I put 0 here, I don't care what that is. Anything times 0 is 0. So there are two possibilities to get 0. Factor 1 could equal 0. So what we do is put x plus 4 equals 0. Or factor 2 could equal 0. X minus 2 equals 0. And then all you do is minus 4 minus 4. You get negative 4 for your first answer. Plus 2, 0 plus 2 is 2. Two answers, got it. Okay, x minus 7 times 2x plus 5 equals 0. You want to leave it unmultiplied. This is factor number 1, that's factor number 2. So x minus 7 could equal 0, or 2x plus 5 could equal 0. So plus 7. Plus 7, 0 plus 7 is 7. Then minus 5, minus 5, then I have 2x, and 0 minus 5 is negative 5. But then we have to divide by the 2. Negative 5 divided by 2 is negative 2.5. Okay. 7x plus 5 times x plus 3. So either factor 1 or factor 2, either factor could equal 0. So 7 times x plus 5 could be 0. If that's the case, what would x be? And x plus 3 could equal 0. So I subtract 5 from both sides. So I have 7x equals negative 5. Divide by 7. Now watch what happens when I divide negative 5 by 7. I get this horrid looking decimal. Just circle the fraction. That's the only time fractions are good, is when we have decimals. We don't really care to write. Minus 3, we don't have to divide because there's no multiplier on the x. So x is negative 3. Okay. 3x minus 4 times 7x plus 6. That's factor 1. That's factor 2. So 3x minus 4 could equal 0, or 7x plus 6 could equal 0. So plus 4, 3x equals 4. Divide by 3. 4 divided by 3. Once again, that is one hideous looking decimal. There you go. Minus 6, so I get 7x, negative 6, 0 take away 6, just take it into negative 6. Divide by 7, negative 6 divided by hideous decimal, okay? So fractions aren't bad. Okay, now in this other part right here, you're like, well, what's up with this? Well, what you want to do is put a times dot and put a parentheses around your 3x. And that's factor number 1, that's factor number 2. So factor number 1, 3x could equal 0. Factor 2, x minus 4 could equal 0. Now, it's 3x. So all we need to do is divide by 3. And 0 divided by 3 is 0. Minus 4, we got a plus 4. So x equals 4. Okay, next one. Again, you got a times, and this whole thing is your first factor. So factor 1, factor 2. So negative 2x could equal 0, or x plus 6 could equal 0. Box that, all you got to do is divide. Okay, there would be no adding or subtracting in that problem, and I get 0. Now, again, you have a plus 6, so you need to minus 6. So 1x would be negative 6. You can take the 1 off the x. Okay, dot. So factor 1, factor 2. So factor 1, 5x could equal 0. Factor 2, x plus 4 could equal 0. Divide by 5, it's just 0. Minus 4, 1x equals negative 4, and then negative 4 is our answer. Okay, again, times, and that's F1, F2, factor 1, factor 2. So negative 7x could equal 0, or 2x plus 3 could equal 0. All you have to do is divide by your 7, since that's your multiplier. And 0 divided by negative 7 is 0. Okay. Plus 3, so I'm minus 3, minus 3. 0 minus 3 is negative 3, and then we have 2x. Okay, so 2, we divide by 2, divide by 2. Negative 3 divided by 2 is going to be negative 1.5. That's not a bad decimal, so I'm good. All right, now that's part 1. Part 2 is even easier. Dividing, okay? Well, 8 divided by 2 is 4, and we subtract the exponents. 3 minus 2 is 1. But if you have a 1, it's not necessary to put that. You can just call it 4x as long as it was 1. Okay, negative 10 divided by 2 is negative 5. And then we subtract the powers, and that's x to the second. Here there's nothing to divide 8 by, so 8 is going to be in my answer, and then 7 minus 5 is 2. So x to the second, 8x to the second. 7x to the second divided by x. Okay, so I've got a 7. Now if you got to divide 2 x's, you might want to put a 1 there. And 2 minus 1 is 1. So x to the first. But again, if it's to the first, not necessary to put there. Because x is x to the first. All right.